Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. This is Ripping and Reselling, and today we're going to be going over the top 10 football mosaic cards from 2020 with the biggest movers over the last 30 days. So what this means is where they were at the beginning of middle of July, July 16th, their average sales price that day compared to over the next 30 days, the average sales prices over that time frame. So if they've increased, there's a good chance they could be on this list. If they've decreased, that will be on the list potentially tomorrow for the ones that have declined severely, and those are the cards you may want to dump. These are the cards you probably want to pick up as the value has gone up significantly on some of these cards. Pretty big increases in percentages. So yeah, so take a look and we'll go through the top 10, actually top 11. I'll explain here in a little bit. But yeah, we'll fly through these, and basically what it was is from a ranking standpoint is I looked at about 95 or so mosaic cards from the 2020 set. Does not include any base, does not include any of the short prints, does not include any of the numbered cards. So it'd be basically 12 variations of all the cards. Within those, then which ones were over $10? That way I could eliminate quite a few of the cards on some of the lesser cards that are out there, and basically then looking at how they ranked then from a dollar increase, and then how they ranked from a percent increase, and then kind of combining that and making a one number and ranking it that way. At number 10, we have Drew Lock, the stained glass, which I do love these cards. If you saw my video probably a few weeks ago when I did the top 10 mosaic value cards, most of the cards were either the stained glass or silver. So Drew came in at basically started at $23 basically a month ago. The average 30-day sales have been about $33, so it's a $10 increase and 44%. So pretty good movement on Drew Lock. And after his performance over the weekend, probably will see additional increases. Number 9, we've got the first receiver, Brandon Aiyuk, the Reactive Gold card. As you can see, I actually have ranked 10. These actually tied from a ranking standpoint. So number 9, number 10, either way, it was a tie. From a dollar increase, increased $6.50, which was 81% from where it was a month ago, which is pretty huge. Went from $8 to the average selling price over the next 30 days, $14.50. So pretty reasonable to jump in on, potentially pick this card up, especially if he has a really good breakout year. And at number 8, another receiver, Jefferson from the Minnesota Vikings. Another big increase, $8, almost 9, 56% increase. Beginning average 15 down up to 24. So a pretty big increase for Justin Jefferson. And this was the Justin Jefferson silver. So this is the first silver card we've seen. Coming at number 7, another silver of Tua Tagovailoa. $15 increase, which is pretty darn good. Went from 32 to 47 over that time frame, which is almost a 50% increase. So get all your Tua cards out and see if you got any silver. This one's going up. At number 6, this is a huge surprise. I did not expect to see this. Not so much the stained glass, but it's Gardner Minshew. Yeah, so almost a $9 increase, nearly 60% over the last month, 30 days. Went from $15 to $24. Can't really explain why this happened, especially with Trevor Lawrence. So maybe he'll get moved or whatever the case may be, but Gardner's in at number 6. Coming at number 5, we got Jacob Eason. So this is one of many, and this is probably what a lot of people would expect from a value standpoint, right? Jacob Eason getting a shot to start here for the Colts in the preseason. $7 increase over the last 30 days, went from $3 to $10, 188% increase. The question is, will he actually get the start? He's kind of in a quarterback competition with Sam Ehlinger in Indianapolis, so that'll be interesting to see if he plays better or if it ends up being a draw. And of course, Carson could come back and start right from week 1, so we'll see. Number 4, Josh Allen. So this is for the Josh Allen red. $7 increase, 244%, which is huge. Went from $3 to $10. Kind of surprising it was that low a month ago. I mean, the red cards, there's a couple red cards in the top 10, top 15. So not so much that that design is an issue. I was just surprised Josh Allen's card, even though he's not a rookie, that it was still floating that low. So we'll see how he continues in the next future weeks. Number 3, we got Tom Brady, the red as well. So Brady's that card increased $21 from $26 to $47 over the last month. That's an 82% increase for Tom Brady. Again, really reasonable card to get. If you can find it at, for less than, say, 30 or $40, probably a pretty good investment, as I'm sure as the Buccaneers will be pretty good this year and potentially Super Bowl, another Super Bowl for them. So who knows? Keep your eye out on that one. Number 2, we got Jacob Eason, the no huddle. Love these cards. This is the first and only of this type in the top 10. It's a $16 increase, 133%. It's a huge increase. Again, Jacob Eason riding that performance over the weekend, and then also just the idea that once Carson Wentz got hurt, that he will potentially be the starter. So everybody jumping on buying the Jacob Eason cards and potentially driving the prices up, which makes sense, right? If he's going to become an NFL starter. Went from $12 up to almost $30. And at number 1, another Jacob Eason Reactive Gold. So this one, and this basically, when you look at the beginning sales price of 99 cents, and where it was a month ago, it was floating a couple dollars. If you look a little farther back, wasn't much, but obviously being potentially the starter here week 1, basically a $10 increase, 1,000%. Went from $1 basically up to $11.48. So this will probably obviously stabilize over the next few weeks. So we'll see this one probably flatline and probably come off the list at some point. But yeah, keep it. Look, now's the time to start buying your Jacob Easons, because who knows, right? He could have a huge year. Think about who's in front of him in Carson, who's rarely ever healthy. So, and then the bonus card, like I had mentioned, right? So none of these cards had the highest dollar increase. And unfortunately, because the card that we're about to flip to has a little bit higher value, that it is percentage-wise pretty low compared to these. So it fell out of the top 10, but I wanted to include it because it was the highest dollar change over the last month. And that card is Tom Brady's stained glass. So I believe this was the number 1 card for the Mosaic cards last in my original video. So the beginning sales price was $350 and we went up to $372. So it's a $22 increase. But it's only 6%. That's why typically it's ranked number 19, but this was the 22.20 was the highest dollar increase over this last 30 days. So there you go. If you got any of these cards, congrats. These cards are just going up in price. Definitely these would be buys, right? I mean, these cards are all relatively reasonable pricing. If you're on a budget and don't have a whole lot to spend on cards, but these are the cards that I would go out and I've already started to buy some of these up if I can get them at a decent price. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Smash the like button. Please considering clicking subscribe, and we'll see everybody in the next one. Peace.